revelations about how there'll be a big earthquake after those prophets die, and the city will be destroyed. It doesn't seem that impossible anymore.
So here I am in Zedekiah's cave. Cool place. Zedekiah's cave was a small natural cave until the Second Temple period.
Yeah?
And Adam's going to tell you about the rest.
Well, it was enlarged into a huge subterranean stone quarry, actually, Kendall.
This is the stone quarry right here. Yeah?
This quarry supplied stone for many of the magnificent buildings that the kings would make.
That's amazing.
What else would you like to know?
Oh, I just want to know who Zedekiah was and why we care about him.
Zedekiah was a traitor. And his eyes were gouged out only after seeing all of his sons brutally murdered before his eyes.
All of his sons, Adam?
Except all of them. Except you, like.
Oh, so that's why we care about Zedekiah. Cool, let's go check out his cave. Whoa. So yeah, Zedekiah was here when the whole siege thing was happening, and he was holding out to the last, and when the Romans were attacking and destroying everything, they just took refuge in caves, just like this one. So I just imagine this king with his kingdom falling all around him and just sitting here scared in the cave. Makes me think about how much better it is living, trusting God. Whoa, here's an incropping. Way cool. Don't know if you can hear the dripping sounds. No. Here's the biggest room yet. And I just happen to know that this is the Freemasons Hall. Members of the Freemason Society number among many European tourists and visitors who have come to see the cave after it was rediscovered in the winter of 1854. The Freemasons regarded King Solomon as the first biblical Freemason, and since then the cave was popularly viewed as the quarry used by King Solomon in the building of the first temple. The Freemasons have held their traditional ceremonies during the past century in the main chamber of the cave. Interesting. So they did ceremonies in here, which they thought King Solomon was the first instigator of. Interesting how there's a tradition of ceremonies connected with kingship and religion. Hello!
How you doing? I hope you have fun watching this in 30 years.
I will.
Kendall's future family, hello. Hi, Kendall's parents.
Do you have something to say to my family? This is my friends Sterling and Scott.
Hey, Kendall Jr.
They're great.
Billy.
Baby Kendall.
Baby Kendalls.
Baby Kendall.
You look just like your dad.
You don't know that. What if they're all like daughters and stuff?
I thought you were going to say Down syndrome.
No, my kids, well, come what may and love it,
Yeah. Come what may, just a few words and yeah.
That's my motto. But you guys read about Solomon and how they held ceremonies in here?
You read about the Freemasons?
Yeah.
Animal sacrifices?
And then, wow, this cave is a lot more spacious actually than I thought it would be. Wonder how much deeper this goes. Oh, it's so nice to be in a cool cave. It's deathly hot. Yeah, yesterday when we went to Qumran and Ein Geb, it was 115 degrees. We were 1,300 feet below sea level. It was so hot. But here it is nice and cool. Let's see what's over here. Zedekiah's tears. The rock ceiling above the cave has many cracks and carved openings through which water drips into a small pool known as Zedekiah's tears. Legends tell the source of the water is the tears King Zedekiah shed when captured by the Chaldeans after the destruction of the first temple. The water is not drinkable. So yeah, what I said before wasn't the Romans. That was the second temple, of course. Everyone knows that. In fact, I was tested on that twice and got an A, so momentary slip of the memory. But still, it was definitely tied to unrighteousness. Because the classic sin of Israel at the time of the first temple was idolatry. They still acknowledged other gods. Most of them actually would only worship Jehovah, but they didn't acknowledge Jehovah as the only available God. It was more like, oh, we're in this region, and so Jehovah is the local prime God. But there are other gods. It was only after they returned from captivity that they got that Jehovah was the one and only God, and no other gods existed. Or at least were acknowledged as worthy of worship by anyone. Just keeps going and going. This is pretty cool. Oh, it ends here. It's not a doorway, it's a light. But there's a doorway over here. What? Here's back to the main chamber.